Welcome, curious listener, to the deep dive. Today, we're really plunging into the core of systemic change.
That's right.
We're drawing some powerful insights from heartfelt harmony, building systemic change through collaboration.
Hmm.
And our mission for this deep dive is really to understand how individual ambition, that personal drive,
Yeah, how that can shift.
exactly, how it can truly transform into a shared purpose, something bigger, creating an impact that lasts. Specifically, we're honing in on episode 8. It's titled Ripple Effects Bridging the Divide.
Right.
And this part of the source material, it showcases Nyla and Brody's incredible resolution. You remember that ultimate test they faced back in episode 7?
Oh, yeah, where their partnership was really pushed to the brink.
Totally.
What's fascinating here, I think, is how their story isn't just like a personal choice they made. It's more of a practical roadmap for how collaboration, when it gets, solidified and institutionalized,
Okay.
how that could build a legacy that really extends far beyond what any single person could achieve on their own.
Right.
So we'll trace those immediate impacts
Mm.
and see how these ripples keep spreading out.
Okay, so the source tells us the breakthrough really came in episode 8. This is right after that huge test in episode 7,
Yeah.
where Nyla and Brody, they almost went their separate ways. Incredible individual career opportunities pulling them apart.
Huge opportunities.
Imagine standing at that crossroads, two incredibly promising but totally diverging paths ahead.
Yeah, tough spot.
So what was that defining moment, that pivotal choice they made that steered them away from maybe individual glory towards something much bigger instead?
Well, they made the critical decision to reintegrate their individual aspirations directly back into their shared mission.
Reintegrate.
And this wasn't just like a feeling or a personal commitment, it had a very concrete outcome. The source actually states they launched a comprehensive policy initiative
Ah,
that codifies sustainable practices into law.
into law. Wow.
Exactly. So think of this not just as a one-off project, but as embedding their shared vision directly into the system itself.
Making it official, basically.
Precisely. By doing that, they effectively institutionalize their collaboration. They turn their unity into a lasting framework.
Okay, so the collaboration itself becomes the structure.
That's it. So their legacy isn't just in the work they did, but in the enduring, scalable model they created.
And this is where the source kind of shifts our perspective, doesn't it? It poses this question that I think, well, many of us wrestle with. It asks, thinking about your own world or fields you follow, where do you see that tension playing out, that push and pull between individual ambition and a shared purpose?
Yeah, that's a big one.
And maybe more importantly, how can that tension be harnessed? Not just navigated, but actually leveraged,
Right. Use.
to create something even bigger, more systemic, instead of letting it just pull things apart. So, drawing on Nyla and Brody's journey, what actionable insights does their story give us on leveraging this tension?
This really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? How these fundamental dilemmas, these conflicts, can actually be transformed. They can go from being obstacles to like engines for progress.
Okay.
And Nyla and Brody's story, it really offers 4 powerful insights into how this specific tension can be leveraged.
Right.
First, it's about the recognition of shared vision. When they were faced with those really tempting individual paths,
Yeah.
they had to consciously return to their fundamental why. Why did they start this in the first place?
Go back to basics.
Exactly. Their ability to overcome this challenge wasn't just about making a sacrifice. It really stemmed from re-identifying that deep-seated passion they shared for creating a better future. That core conviction, it genuinely transcended their personal ambitions at that moment. It's about reminding yourselves, I think, of that fundamental purpose that brought you together initially.
So grounding yourself in the shared why. Got it. What's second?
Second is empathy and strategic alignment. This is interesting. The source emphasizes that throughout their journey, especially during those moments of friction or potential divergence, they were basically forced to communicate more deeply and, crucially, to empathize with each other's professional perspectives.
So not just personal empathy, but professional empathy.
Exactly. And this wasn't just about being nice, it was a strategic exercise. This mutual insight allowed them to truly appreciate the unique strengths each of them brought to the table,
Okay.
and to see how their distinct disciplines weren't just complementary, but actually essential for a holistic solution. It's about understanding how your individual strengths, when you combine them, create a much more powerful whole.
Makes sense. Understanding the other's value strategically. What's third?
Third, institutionalizing collaboration for greater impact. This is that concrete result we talked about.
The policy initiative.
Right. By codifying those sustainable practices into law, they built a lasting framework. This wasn't just about, winning a single battle. It was about embedding their vision into the very structure of society.
Making the change permanent.
And scalable, ensuring its impact would outlive their direct involvement. They essentially created a blueprint for others.
A blueprint. I like that. And the final insight.
And finally, leveraging adversity as a catalyst. Basically, every challenge, every potential setback became an opportunity for growth and deeper commitment. That tension they felt, the pull towards individual paths, it wasn't a signal to quit. It was actually a sign that they were on the verge of something significant. It pushed them to innovate and really reinforce their dedication, both to each other and to their shared mission.
So turning roadblocks into fuel, essentially.
You got it.
So what we're really seeing here is a transformation, isn't it? This potential conflict, individual drive versus collective goals. It's not something you have to avoid. It's something that if you harness it strategically, can lead to this powerful synergy and, like the source says, a lasting legacy.
Exactly right.
But of course, the story doesn't end there. That would be too neat. The source gives us a glimpse into what's next for Nyla and Brody in episode 9. It's titled Breaking Barriers, Unforeseen Alliances.
Yeah, and building on those ripple effects from their codified legal framework, Nyla and Brody are now entering a totally new phase.
Okay, what does that look like?
Well, having established this systemic model, this blueprint, now they're going to be facing entrenched systems and resistance.
Ah, the pushback.
Exactly. As they work to actually apply their new framework and push for broader adoption. I mean, think about it. They built this incredible innovative structure.
Yeah.
But now they're up against long-standing habits, existing power structures, maybe even legal precedents that don't easily yield to new ideas. It's the implementation challenge.
Right. So their next big challenge isn't just about creating something new, it's about implementing it and navigating that really deeply ingrained resistance.
That's the core of it.
How does the source suggest they'll tackle these new hurdles? How do they expand their influence now?
Well, the material highlights their need to find innovative ways to break down old barriers.
Innovative ways? Like what?
It implies things like maybe creative diplomacy, perhaps leveraging public opinion more effectively, or even finding unexpected loopholes or pathways within the existing legal frameworks themselves.
That's clever.
Yeah. Their persistence in creative problem-solving open doors for progress. And a key development here is their ability to attract influential allies.
Ah, new people.
Yes. Prominent environmentalists, legal experts, allies that truly expand their reach. Will show us a definite shift.
Okay.
They're moving beyond just their core team to form these unexpected alliances. And the source emphasizes the crucial importance of collaboration across diverse fields, but now on a much larger scale.
So scaling the collaboration itself.
Exactly. As they unite with new partners, their impact on sustainable practices grows exponentially.
It really sounds like a journey of just continuous evolution. They're constantly adapting, expanding their collaborative network. These themes mentioned for episode 9, navigating change, embracing growth amidst unexpected challenges, and the impact of innovation, driving change through collaborative efforts. They seem to perfectly capture this next stage.
They really do.
Going from local advocates to much broader influencers, showing how their integrated approach just keeps driving change.
It's a constant process of adaptation.
So, wrapping this up, what does Nyla and Brody's journey mean for you listening right now as you consider your own pursuits, your own ambitions?
That's the secret.
Well, I think it's a really powerful reminder that this tension, the one between individual drive and collective goals, it isn't necessarily something bad, something to avoid.
Right.
It's something that maybe could be strategically harnessed for a much greater impact. It's about finding that sweet spot, perhaps, where your personal ambition actually feels a larger share.
Well put.
Yeah.
And to leave you with something to ponder on, here's a little riddle from our source material. What can grow without roots, can be shared without being divided, and can change the world when combined?
Think about that as you reflect on your own endeavors, your own collaborations. And consider how combining efforts, harnessing that tension, might just be the root of something truly extraordinary in your world.